Hey guys, Tim here, Big Dog Forge. Welcome back. It's good to see you. It's been a while since we've been in the shop together. Had a couple of things to get done. Summertime kind of took its toll and still working on healing up. So anyway, got back out in the shop today and this is how long it's been since I've been in the shop. Check this out.
Well, here you go. There's a vine that made its way into the shop through the wall, and it wrapped itself around one of the forges. So, feed me, Seymour.
Pretty weird. Okay guys, so we got one more canister weld thing to do, and that's what we're going to work on this time. We're going to break this up into about a 3-part series and make them a little shorter videos. That gives me a chance to heal up in between putting them together, and I don't have to work so hard to get it done so quickly. In between those shorter videos, I'll be putting out a Q&A video, so people asking questions about the video or any other questions between the time I put the video out and the Q&A video, I'll try to answer as many comments and questions as I can that way. Doing it in the comment section is getting a little bit rough. I'm not able to keep up at the moment, so I think this will probably help me to keep up. Anyway, so it's probably going to be a 3 or maybe a 4-part series on putting this particular canister welded Damascus thing together. It's a little bit involved, so let's get to it, get started, and then it will get done quicker, and then we can move on to something else. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, and let's get out in the shop. Bye.
Alright guys, we're going to start with some highly technical and detailed drawings here, so you'll have to keep up. We're going to make another blade, and it's going to be a canister weld Damascus, and we're going to put hearts in it this time instead of skulls, and we're going to make those hearts out of some jelly roll Damascus that we made several videos ago, and we'll put a high carbon edge around the outside of the blade, and then in the canister Damascus we'll put some filler in there to give it some character. Something. I'm not sure what yet. Man, that's a beautiful drawing. So technical. How does he do it? Alright, let's move on. Okay, in this next highly technical drawing, we're going to draw a fuller. And we're going to make a heart-shaped fuller. We're going to use a piece of 5/8 inch square, a couple of 5/8 inch rounds, so we can use that to make a couple of swedges, a top and a bottom swedge in a heart shape. So we can turn our jelly roll into a heart shape to put into our canister weld. Alright, so these are our 5/8 round, 5/8 square, tacking them together on the end. And this is going to be kind of down and dirty. It's not a permanent tool, it's not a long-term tool, it's all kind of a one-time use. So it's all out of mild steel. And I'm just sort of stitching back and forth here to fill in that large gap with weld. I'll grind it down even with both surfaces, but it'll probably still have some pits, that kind of thing in it. Not a big deal. It's nothing that's going to affect this heart shape that we're after. Once we start fullering with it to make our swage block, it'll those pits won't matter, those details won't transfer. I get the top welded together here because we're going to use this thing in Floyd to press, and we're just cleaning up all the little welds. There we go, there's our little heart shape. Alright, so these are about 2.5 inch round, and I cut them 2.5 inches long, I believe. And they're just mild steel. There's 2 of these. They're going to constitute the top and bottom of our swage block. So we'll use Floyd to press that in there. And took a couple of shots to get him all the way down to where he crested the shoulder on that upper part of that heart. So that bottom half, we'll cool that down, and that will hold the heart while we press the top half over to match. And once we get this thing all pressed out into shape, we will weld a U-shaped handle connecting the two, sort of like a spring swedge for the power hammer. We'll actually be using it in the power hammer. There we go, a little heart shape. We get this thing cleaned up. We just took it over the belt sander and we ground the mating surfaces off. And it's, like I said, it's ugly and it's close, and that's all we really need. We're not looking for perfection out of this heart shape. We don't want it perfect. We want to give this thing a little bit of character. So in goes our jelly roll Damascus. Again, if you want to see how we made the jelly roll Damascus, go check out the other video, cooking up some jelly roll Damascus. And this block is a little bit wide, so it's getting pinched on the side, so I'm just kind of squeezing it down into shape. And then we'll get it under the power hammer and refine it. And this worked out really well. It worked out a lot better than I ever imagined it would. And this is going to give us about a 4.5, 5-inch section. And then what we'll do is clean this thing up by hand. And it's going to vary from one end to the other. It's going to get a little bigger, a little smaller. The radiuses are going to be a little different. But that's going to give us some unique hearts throughout that thing. Alright, we cut a little piece off the end and got it into some ferric chloride. And you see that little jelly bean shaped in the middle? That's our wrought iron that we put into our jelly roll Damascus when we made it. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think that'll work out really well in that blade. So, there we go.
Well, there you have it, guys. First installment. I think it's probably going to be a 4-part series. After putting this together, there's several more steps to this, and I want to get through it, but we're going to do it a little bit at a time. It'll be a little bit easier that way, and I think that'll help me keep up with the questions, comments, that kind of thing. There's a lot of stuff I haven't been able to answer simply because there's so much coming in now. We're over 10,000 subscribers, and I was intending on doing a 10K giveaway, and I probably still will. It's just going to be a little bit late. We'll be doing a Q&A kind of a video, answering questions about this and talking about this Thursday or Friday coming up, and I'll try to answer questions, or give you feedback. You give me feedback, I'll let you know what I think, that kind of thing. And yeah, we'll do it that way. See if that works. I don't know. You'll have to let me know what you think. Alright, guys, that's it for this time. I gotta shut it down. I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for dropping by Big Dog Forge. If you like what you see, hit subscribe. If you want to, that little like button, that'd be cool too. And share, because sharing is caring. Alright, guys, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Take care. We'll see you next time right here at Big Dog Forge. Bye-bye now.